Welcome back, dear children. And now we will see the summary of the story, dear. Right? So it was a Christmas Eve. The shoppers were going home. However, the lights were still burning in the old clock shop. Its owner was Mr. Ray. He was working on a clock. Is this clear for you? These points are clear for you? The work being over, Ray stood up to go home. Just then, at that time, two men entered his shop. One of them was in 20s. The other man was about 50 years of age. Ray looked at them. Right? The young man remained at the door. He didn't enter inside the shop, inside the old clock shop. He remained at the door itself. The old man came to the counter. There was no friendliness in his eyes. This made Ray think that visitors are not really a shoppers. Some will come to the shop and just they will visit the shop. They will not have the intention of buying things. That the shopkeeper will find out by their experience. Here also, Ray was so much experienced, so he found that they were all visitors and not a shopper. Now Ray offered him a notepad and a pencil. Why? Because Ray cannot hear. He was deaf, right? By making signs, Ray told that he was deaf. The surprised old man turned back and said something to his young companion, that is, young friend, who is standing outside, right? In the meantime, Ray had seen that the man had a gun in his pocket. Obviously, what Ray will think? They had come to rob Ray of his money. Controlling his anger, Ray wrote on the notepad, "May I help you?" Suppose you assume that Ray come out with the shouting or fighting with words, then the situation will be totally different. Now Ray controlled his anger, so it is going on very smoothly. What he wrote actually, "May I help you?" The old man now looked into Ray's eyes and smiled. Now actually the old man now only is looking at Ray's eyes and smiled. First when he entered, he was very unfriendly. You can see the word unfriendly face. Now he started smiling. Actually, that smile was not a friendly smile. It was a cruel, mocking smile. Ray wrote again, "Have you come to pick up a clock or a watch?" With gestures, that is body actions, Ray told him that he gave loans to the needy against their watches. By showing the board or through his actions, he conveyed the message that they are giving loans to the needy for their watches. Ray was not a pawnbroker, but yet he could not say no to the needy. When they placed old watches or clocks before him, he loaned more than he should. This seems to give the old man an idea to what to ask. He showed his wristwatch and wrote on paper, "How much will you give me for it?" What he wrote actually? "How much will you give me for it?" Ray saw it was a cheap watch, right? Yet he felt it could help both of them to get out of the bad situation. Actually, it was a very critical situation for Ray. Why? That person may be a thief, he is having a gun with him. So, he may shoot him and he may get money from him. To avoid that sort of situation, to avoid that bad situation. Here we need sense of thinking, right? On the spot action, everything. Great braveness is needed. Everything you need at that time, how to act. In this sense, it had great power. So he asked the man how much you need for it. Actually, Ray knew it was a cheap watch, but he wants to know how much do you need for it. He replied, whatever it's worth. Everything, all communication is through notepad only. Why? Because he was deaf, he cannot hear anything. Ray gave the man a $50 note. Actually, the watch was not worth for it, but he gave $50. The man was thankful. It was at this moment the unfriendly face of the visitor became truly friendly. First he laughed, but it was not a friendly laugh. It was a laugh of a villain. It was like the laugh of a villain. But here now, after receiving $50, now only the smile is coming very friendly, truly friendly, right? Both of them knew that the watch was not worth that much. Before leaving, the man wrote, I will be back to pick it up as soon as I can. Merry Christmas. So these are the wordings that was written by the man to the shopkeeper, Mr. Ray. The story ended very peacefully. As if pleased by the situation, all the clocks in the shop rang to announce the half an hour. So half an hour over. All these conversations take place very silently. All the three men present there felt the message. The message was, what is the moral of the story, dear? Peace on earth, goodwill towards all. Peace on earth, goodwill towards all. That is a message conveyed in that Christmas by all these three men. Right? Is it clear? I hope the story will be interesting and clear for you. Right? So now we are moving into comprehension check. So let me say the question and you try out the answers on your own and we will discuss some of the points. What made Ray think the visitor was not really a shopkeeper? Is it shopkeeper or shopper, dear? Shopper is a man who is visiting the shop for buying things. Shopkeeper is a man who owns a shop. What made Ray think the visitor was not really a shopper? Actually, Ray was deaf and dumb, but a good judge of men. He can able to see the person and he can judge the person. His old wise eyes told him that the new visitor to his shop at that late hour was not a shopper or a customer because there was no friendliness in his eyes. Is it clear? Now the second part, why do you think he had come to the shop? Then why he is coming to the shop? The visitor had not come to the shop to buy anything. Perhaps his intention was to loot the owner of his cash. His intention was to steal money from Mr. Ray's shop. He was in dire need of money. He was in need of money, urgent need of money, right? How did Ray communicate with them? Ray could neither speak nor hear, so communication is through notepad. So he communicated with his customer by writing his message on a notepad. The visitor also wrote his reply on the same notepad paper itself. What do you think the man said to his friend who waited at the door? It's an imagination, actually. The older man pointed to his ears and shook his head. Shook, present tense is shake and the past tense is shook. So shake his heads, shook his heads. Can you able to understand the present tense and past tense of shake? Shake his head. Shake is a present tense verb. Shook his head. Shook is a past tense for shake. So the older man pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. Thus, he conveyed to his younger companion that the shop owner could neither hear or speak, that is, deaf or dumb. Right? Ray was not a pawnbroker. Then, why then he lend money to people in exchange for their old watches and clocks? Why, baby? Ray was not a pawnbroker. Okay. A person who lends money on security of some items. He did not lend money on interest. Pawnbrokers used to collect interest, but here this person, Ray, he's not collecting any interest. He was, however, kind and helpful. He couldn't say no to the needy people. That is the reason he is giving money. The watch was nothing special and yet had great powers. In what sense did it have great powers? I told you the attitude, right? The watch was just an ordinary watch, but it had the power to pull a person out of a bad situation. Here in this story, it pulls Mr. Ray from a bad situation. That is why he indirectly said that it has great power. The older man got the money he needed without hurting Ray. The generous shopkeeper also escaped from physical injury. In this sense, the watch had great powers. So once again, I wish to read the answer. The watch was just an ordinary watch, but the moral values will be high. For Mr. Ray, this watch had great powers. How? It had the power to pull the person out of a bad situation. Now, the older man got the money he needed without hurting Ray. He got $50, right? And the shopkeeper also escaped from injury, physical injury. Something happens bad, then he could have hurted him with gun. In this sense, the watch had great powers. Right? Do you think the man would ever come back to pick up the watch? So my opinion is no. What is your opinion? You have to write in your classwork. My opinion is no. It is very unlikely that the older man would ever come back to pick up his watch. He had, after all, got a price higher than the watch worth for. Actually, the watch is worth only for $10, but he got $50 for that. Right? So, there is no chance for him to come back. If he wants, he can buy a new watch, isn't it? 5 new watches he can buy. So this is my opinion. What is your opinion? You can write it there. No, it is very unlikely that the older man would ever come back to pick up his watch. He had, after all, got the price higher than the watch worth for. So when did the unfriendly face of the visitor turn truly friendly? The unfriendly face of the visitor turned friendly when he got a $50 note for his ordinary watch. He felt very happy, right? So before that, he smiled, but that smile was a mocking smile. That means a villain smile. It's an unfriendly smile. But after receiving $50 note, then only he felt very happy. That $50 for this ordinary watch. is not at all good. So he smiled friendly. Thank you, dear.